So recently, one of my friends switched over from console, and it's been a weird adjustment watching him go from being a console champ to now just playing on PC. Having those characteristics and tendencies that console players have, it's very interesting watching them transfer over to PC. So I thought it would be interesting if I break down a full gameplay of his and nitpick what he did right and what he did wrong. Okay, so before the video starts, I just want to let you guys know that in no way am I trying to disrespect or belittle this person that we're going to watch the full gameplay. I just thought it would be great to analyze what he's doing wrong, and it would actually help him speed up the process of actually getting better. Now, what I want you to do if you're trying to get better at the game is, of course, analyze what I'm saying and take it into account. Guys.
See you on the other side.
Jaeger and armor.
No way.
Bro, not a chance he just hops in without droning.
There's two main issues I've noticed watching him play throughout this whole, two games, and one of them was he just runs around way too much. He's sprinting way too much. If you're sprinting way too much in a course of action, especially while you're in a building, you're giving the enemy intel that where you are at all times, and it's very easy to lose that gunfight because you're using vertical grip, for example, Hibana, and you're sprinting around. You're going to be caught in an ADS animation while the enemy is probably holding an angle on you. Another thing is he was not droning. Besides, at the start of the round, when he set up his drone, that is a great thing that he did do, but the lack of droning that he did after that was just impeccable. He was just running into lounge, and then he took stock, and then he just jumped into hatch in the kitchen without getting any intel and any knowledge. It could have been the freest kill, but he got saved by his teammate.
You're just running.
He has a drone in pocket.
Huh?
Oh my god, they're stacked up, they're stacked up, they're stacked up.
It's not even that. He also has a drone that's in spawn because he was AFK and he didn't pick it up.
He has two drones that have
Valkyries and Moto.
And he has a drone in pocket. Okay, he's
Valkyrie
droning.
Moto.
But he's still
Did you
kind of
get
exposed.
Moto hatch?
You have located a bomb.
Oh, okay. I'll go through blue.
No call that there's one on.
He would feed drones into sight, live ping, but not give his teammates actual verbal callouts besides the red ping.
Is no longer in your possession. The diffuser has been secured.
No. Why would he? Brad is still clear, Jackal. Take it.
Well, there you
Positioning when droning is atrocious.
It gives me anxiety, bro. He would tend to drone out in the wide open, and for example, if they shut down that garage door, that'd be an easy pick on him, and that's their Hibana gone.
He needs to press
Oh
E.
my god, dude.
No,
There's
no
way
no,
he...
no, 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 no.
He was
No, no, no.
what?
No, wait, don't
Oh,
waste
he's
that! Man's just wasted a C4 when he could have used that for denial, but it's all good. Why is he bandit tricking? Thatcher's banned.
They might have mech.
Two sins here. Man's bandit tricking and the positioning. As you can see, I don't know what this sexy bitch is doing on the wall with him, but nobody's holding garage. That's an easy take, and if you get garage, you basically win the round. So I don't know what these silly geese are doing.
Stop.
He does not need to beat this, bro. They have man advantage.
Ran up red.
Instead of holding a relevant angle that's more plausible, like holding red, which had no barbed wire on it in the first place, he decided to get over aggressive and try to swing the person on breach because he wanted to get a kill instead of holding the relevant angle. What's the first thing he does when he dies? Not get on cams. He skips right through the cams even though there's a bunch up and 2 maestro cams, even though it's a 4v2 and it's very winnable. But you know what he does? He spectates.
You fucking buffoon.
Ran in? Was that the call? Ran in?
Yeah, up red. No, he ran up red.
He's on red.
Why does Jaeger have barb in pocket, bro?
I thought he actually just said ran in.
Op
That's what
4,
green.
last
Oh,
op.
Yeah, he's on red.
Outside range.
Oh, all of them are gonna run
I hope the
out.
Buffalo kid's the last
If
guy
you
on
remain
any
in
fucking
this zone,
cool, so they wreck it.
I hope they
What are you
lose.
doing?
That's actually a good idea.
Facts.
I got main and moto. Come get stacked.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Fat fingered.
Bro, good thing Vector
Don't talk to me
isn't
about
here,
it.
bro. Holy shit.
Imagine he just C4 himself, bro.
What'd you do? Holy
No ways. Well, let's rewind a few rounds ago when he was playing Valkyrie. These are the exact same Valcams as before. And don't get me wrong, when it comes to Valcams, you could put them in the same place the same time, but the round before they found the Valcam, so he's just wasting utility at that point.
Because he can't see.
Dude,
Bro,
one's
he's in
inside.
sight. He's in his sight.
What the fuck, Jackal?
He just watched him. He just. This is probably my favorite part of watching this whole gameplay. This man just let Jackal walk into sight without giving any intel, and he said he walked into sight. Now, I can't even comprehend. This man literally watched him crouch into the Melusi. Like, oh my god, I'd be punching the air if I was Melusi. No way, he put out his deagle.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance.
Two things he did wrong here. Number one, he was just sprinting at the enemy. Once again, the ADS time is crazy slow now. So, especially being in a running animation, you're going to lose that gunfight 9 times out of 10 unless the enemy is just Stevie Wonder and can't see you. Or, yeah. And two, he pulled out his deagle without, like, he should have pulled out his primary. Like, what do you think? He's just going to one-tap everybody?
Not a chance he's actually going for it.
Dude, Josh, what do you... I don't know what he was thinking this was plausible. Like why? Just why? They're not impact tricking. Why? Like why? There's nothing on the hatch. Why are we placing the thermite on the soft wall? Why? Put it directly on the hatch. Never do this. If you're new at the game, never ever put the thermite charge on half of the the hatch. Like what is that placement? This is what I'm saying. He just wasted a thermite charge.
What is that?
Pushing it right off the big
Maybe, I don't know, maybe don't, like, I don't know.
That's not reinforced.
That was fucking nice. Holy shit.
Cavi's on the
He's
flank.
gonna do a
Don't
punch
punch
out.
it.
He's gonna do a punch
Don't
out.
do it.
Yeah,
Don't do another one, please.
Cavi actually got the turn.
Bait the cab. You can bait the cab and get a
He's aiming dick level. No way. No way. Josh is living a movie. Okay, now even though he fragged off the Jackal, of course, he did not need to give up Garage. Him jumping from rafters just didn't make any plausible sense. He wasn't getting pressured, and you need to keep control of Garage as long as possible. Especially they had the breach open. Now, even though it did work out against a coordinated team, there should be no reason you're leaving rafters unless you're actually getting pushed out. Now, he jumped down and put a punch hole in the wall, which I have no idea how this Jackal did not hear him. Like, this Jackal's actually deaf, because this man put a whole punch hole into the wall, which made no sense. If he jumped down like he did, all he had to do was go to the bottom staircase and try to bait that cavi, to be honest, because at the end of the day, that's all he has to do is bait that cavi to get the frag. Even though he did all this, and he's still sprinting around getting shot, I swear to God, if I did any of this stuff, I would be getting my butthole slammed.
They gave him Garage.
Not a chance, man. They have a shotgun and they're winning this round. Not a chance. Sophia, don't throw.
Sophia, you gotta kill him,
Garage.
man.
Sophia, don't throw, bro.
Why would plot the dick?
Bro, because he does not deserve this.
Good. Tell me you don't see this and actually want him to lose. Like,
Yes.
Good
Yes.
kill, GA. Good kill, GA. Good GA player. Go.
Going on breach, on breach.
Let G8 player win the, or Zofia win.
You don't even have to peek us. You have 30
Don't peek, don't peek,
seconds,
don't
Josh.
peek.
On it. What is he peeking for?
bro, if he actually wins this, bro, I'm leaving.
The G8 player has to kill the M87.
No.
That's the fuser at
That's
the
the
breach.
No, Sophia, don't throw. No.
Good shit!
Let's go, boys. We're not losing today.
He's so hyped, bro. Okay, he gets like 10,000, 10 million sins just for being a keyboard warrior. Like, it's just so cringy. So cringy. I honestly don't think they should have won that game, but I guess GG's. In conclusion to everything we just watched, even though some of it was very cringy and it honestly made me want to rip out my eyeballs, this is a great example of players having very bad tendencies and habits coming from console or just coming from maybe even Call of Duty. Because I'm not saying all console players play like this at all. I was once a console player myself. I just feel that players just feel comfortable once they get into the elo range and don't see room for improvement. Watching this, there was a lot of things that I see players actually doing. For example, moving around too much, like running. If you're running and just not checking corners properly and not droning, then you're gonna die a lot quicker. a lot of times he just ran around and it was just not smart at all. Like, I really wish I played people like that, because the higher elo you get into, the more people are going to play smarter and more people are going to play together. Another huge thing I noticed he was doing was not giving verbal callouts. He was just giving ping callouts. Even if your teammates aren't talking in game chat, and this is especially for PC players, you should still try to give them that callout, because 9 times out of 10 people on PC are actually going to hear you. The only time you should be actually giving a live ping on a camera or a Vel camera is actually if you're telling your teammate for a live ping for a wall bang, or for a C4 last minute, or if it's like last 20 seconds of the round, because that ping will spook people. But if it's like 2 minutes into the round and you're just live pinging, there's no plausible sense that you should actually be pinging, especially on drones. Droning out, like, that's your only source of intel, to be honest, unless somehow you hack Dokkaebi cams, but that's like literal, you have 10 cams and you have to use them very wisely and smart. With that being said, if you enjoyed this type of video and you would like part 2, like and subscribe. I would love to hear your comments if you actually enjoyed this type of video. Have a lovely day.